Michael Saylor says XRP could go to zero. Ask the XRP army and they'll tell you it's an undisputed future of global finance. Ask the critics and they'll tell you XRP is a ticking time bomb destined for absolute going to zero. But here is the hard truth that gets buried under all the social media hype. Even if Ripple's technology takes over the entire global banking sector, the XRP token itself could still become completely worthless. Because right now, there are three massive unspoken risks threatening the very survival of XRP. If you hold even a single XRP or you are thinking about buying the dip, you cannot afford to ignore what we're about to uncover. Let's break down exactly why the critics might be right. To understand the fatal flaws critics are pointing out, we first need to understand what this project was actually designed to do. XRP was created by the company Ripple to solve massive real-world problems, moving money across borders. Traditional international payments can take days to settle and cost a fortune in fees. Ripple's idea was to create an infrastructure where financial institutions could send money globally in seconds. XRP was intended to act as the ultimate bridge currency. In theory, banks convert their local currency into XRP, instantly beam it across the network and convert it back into another fiat currency on the other side. It sounds like a flawless system, but critics argue that this vision has a massive blind spot. Here is the first major risk nobody talks about. Financial institutions might not actually need the XRP token to use Ripple's technology. Ripple has an incredibly payment software, but banks can use Ripple's messaging and settlement tech without ever touching the XRP token itself. Think about it. Banks are notoriously risk averse. Many are terrified of using volatile digital assets to settle millions of dollars. If financial institutions adopt Ripple's infrastructure but refuse to use the XRP token, it entirely kills the long-term value proposition of the crypto and XRP asset. The second major criticism haunting XRP is centralization. Unlike Bitcoin, which was launched anonymously with no central authority, XRP is inextricably linked to Ripple Labs. And here is the kicker. Ripple still holds a massive portion of the total XRP supply in escrow. Critics argue this concentration of power creates permanent long-term market pressure. If large amounts of XRP enters the market over time, it fundamentally dilutes the value of the tokens you hold in your wallets. Supporters argue that Ripple releases these tokens predictably and responsibly to fund the XRP ecosystem. But this controversial token distribution remains a massive flag for decentralized crypto assets. When XRP launched, it was practically the only crypto focused on revolutionizing bank payments. Today, it is fighting a war on all fronts. Major competitors now include stablecoins, central bank digital currencies, faster, newer Layer 1 blockchains, and heavily upgraded traditional fintech systems. Stablecoins have become the undisputed kings of international crypto payments. Why would a bank use a volatile token like XRP when they can just use a stablecoin pegged exactly to the US dollar? This growing fierce competition raises the ultimate question: will XRP even be necessary in the financial system of tomorrow? Finally, we can't talk about XRP without mentioning regulatory scrutiny. The project has spent years locked in a high-profile, exhausting legal battle regarding whether XRP should be classified as a security. While parts of the legal situation have turned heavily in Ripple's favor, years of regulatory uncertainty have allowed newer competitors to steal market share in the crypto industry. Momentum is everything, and assets forced to fight the courtroom often struggle to fight in the free market. Now let's be perfectly clear. Just because these massive risks exist does not automatically mean XRP will fail. Against all odds, XRP remains one of the largest cryptocurrencies by market cap and boasts one of the most fiercely loyal communities on the internet. Its future survival won't depend on hype, it will depend on tangible, real-world banking adoption, ironclad regulatory clarity, and out-innovating a sea of aggressive competitors. And when I tell you this, on TikTok, I've seen a lot of XRP videos saying, oh, XRP is going up, it's going up. It won't hit $1,000, it won't hit $500, and it won't hit $100 the next year, okay? And that's just a matter of fact.